Welcome to my Maritime concert tour documentary. I'll be taking you on an adventure across the Atlantic provinces of Canada. Please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notifications about all the episodes. Let's hit the road. This is the most painful hammock I have ever sat in. Oh. After a good night and a much needed 10-hour sleep, pausing here at 5 Islands on our way to Truro, where I have 2 shows today at Wallace Residence and Parkland Truro, and then I have another day off tomorrow. Another beautiful day on this long weekend at the end of summer. Let's see if there's 5 islands. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and a little piece sticking out there. The rest of the shoreline is beautiful too. On a little dirt path headed down to the ocean, I just had another deer sighting. I've had about a dozen deer sightings in the 48 hours I've been in Nova Scotia, completely opposite of Prince Edward Island. I welcome you to Truro, Nova Scotia. Show 26 of the tour, first of 2 today, 8th out of 9 this week. Statistician that I am. And we're here at Wallace Retirement Living. A lot of good memories here. Let's go make some more. Nice place here, Wallace Retirement. Right away they offered me an order of ham and scallop potatoes. They always feed me here. And it's a real nice room. Expecting some folks from the neighboring building. Gonna have a good concert here, good time. This is on the site of the former Truro train station, and the last time I was here, a resident was saying how the town immediately regretted taking down the train station. Sir Stanford Fleming, he's been smiling with approval here all afternoon. He was an engineer and a politician and one of the creators of Canada's backbone, the railroad system. And we are standing here, well, I'm standing, you're sitting, but I'm standing in what used to be the site of the original Truro Railroad Station. I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just 1,000 times a day. Can't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morning. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Down and blow your horn. Down and let you blow, down and let you blow, down and let you blow your horn. Down and let you blow, down and let you blow, down and let you blow your horn. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Coming on the old banjo. I should have changed the words. Someone's in the kitchen with Linda. Tremendous fun performing at Wallace today. Thank you for supper, corn on the cob and ham and scallop potatoes. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Linda, in the kitchen. Thank you, residents. And there was a fella that was in my audience last time I was there 3 years ago. He said his wife had been cremated and put in the Bay of Fundy, and that he was going to join her. Well, he wasn't in my audience today, so I was thinking of him. Thank you again, everybody. High atop the hill is Parkland Truro, site of my second show today. This is another Shanix facility, and as is typical of their homes, this is a beautiful theater here. Has even a painted black ceiling for that authentic theater experience. Nice seating, nice stage. Always a pleasure to sing at Shanix facilities. And here is the view from where I'm standing. Unless you go like this. Hi! I'm on YouTube! I want to sing another one from Anne Murray. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I applaud you. I applaud you. A lady in my audience tonight, her name was Mary, told me a story how she was a dancer in the Don Messer Jubilee Show. A life of show business. For 8 years she toured Canada, she and her sisters, with Don Messer and his road show. And so I remarked to her about how when I hear stories like hers, I feel just, one step removed from the legends that I admire so much, whose songs I sing. So thank you, Mary, for that story. It was very inspirational. Good morning from Truro, my day off, and I thought I'd start my day with a brisk walk at the Victoria Park. It was so busy here yesterday and I didn't really have time to explore it, but it's a beautiful park right in the center of town, and I don't get to my campsite until a few hours from now, and I have only a 45-minute drive to get there. So which way shall I go? Dun 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 dun, something like that. Jacob's ladder. I have to do it. A wishing well. Well, I wish for clarity in this decision about getting a dog. Today would have been the day that I would have bought a little Sheltie, but I've decided to defer the decision. If you choose not to decide, though, you've still made a choice. I wish for safety and guidance on my journey and my career, and I wish for safety for my audiences. I hope to come and visit you. I'm on my way. I get back from my hike to find my coffee at the perfect drinking temperature. I just want to say thank you to Truro. I love your town, and your park was incredible. Great walk. And now I'm pushing on. I have a campsite reservation at Caribou Munro's Provincial Park, and it is near Pictou, which is a beautiful scenic town. We're going to visit there next. We continue our exploration with a stop here in Pictou. And the first thing I saw as I was coming into town was a big bald eagle sitting on the shore. And by the time though I stopped and got prepared, he was long gone. I'm gonna keep an eye out though, he might be there. But let's have a little walkabout. Time for another layer, a little cool down here by the ocean, and the clouds prepare for battle. In the distant background there behind the sailboat is the pulp and paper mill about which so much scandal has been developed over the years. All the effluents and the environmental damage and the people for the forestry industry and the people against it. Pictou has been a bit of a hotbed for this debate.
Come on, kitty, kitty. Come on. Come on over here. Come on over here.
Wandering around Pictou, I have stumbled upon a museum, a fishing museum. Let's have a little look around. Kind of breaking the rules here. I just want to step over and give you some perspective on the size of that lobster. Huge. Well, that was kind of nice. What other adventures await us? Well, in looking around, I've definitely seen more signage against the pulp and paper industry than for. So far, I've only seen one sign that said, "We need forestry in Nova Scotia," but everything else has been against. Pictou still has its original train station, but this is what happens to them. They are old historic buildings and they fall into disrepair, which is perhaps why Truro opted to get rid of theirs. And also in my hometown, we also got rid of our original train station. But it's a beautiful building, and hopefully this will be in better repair someday. Well, it's been a thoroughly enjoyable exploration of Pictou. Now to press on to Caribou Munro's Provincial Park. All right, welcome to Caribou Munro's Provincial Park, Site 37. It's a bit early in the day for an adult beverage, but we can still be celebratory with a Dr. Pepper. Cheers. This is one of 3 days off this week. Being a long weekend, a holiday Monday, there's no managers on a lot of these retirement homes that I entertain in. And I was chatting with the ladies last night outside Parkland Truro as I was exiting, and they and I agreed that even though it's a long weekend and the staff are on holidays, they still need something to do. I'm the kind of entertainer that's pretty self-sufficient. It works in a retirement home where I could just come in, set up, and manage the room myself. That's what I did last night. Long-term care is different because those residents obviously need portering and monitoring more. But it is important, I think, that on a long weekend, especially on a long weekend, that's when there needs to be special events. Just 5 shows this week. It's a light week, but that's okay. Between this and the 9 I played last week, that's 14 in 2 weeks. That still averages 1 a day. And I have a couple of special days coming up. Cape Breton. I always like to take 2 days off to go up and around Cape Breton. Going to be some nice sights to see there. There's been some nice sights to see here too. Let's work our way back to the campsite. Allow me to tempt you with tonight's delicious offerings. On the menu, an avocado and a lime, a yellow carrot from the farmer's market near Truro, a piece of squished pie, and about 15 plates from Wallace in Truro. Thank you for that. And of course, it's time for an adult beverage. Cheers. Starting our day with some chores. Welcome to New Glasgow. I begin my shoulder season portion of this tour with some necessary chores. 3.5 weeks into the tour, it was time to wash my laundry. Show today here in town, another one in Antigonish tonight. So this is more of a work type day. Let's get back to laundromat time here in New Glasgow. Got a little school desk here. I'm going to work on my book for the hour that my stuff is spinning. Kind of a strange coincidence that I'm sitting at a school desk on this first day of school. Nice to be in New Glasgow again, poking around. Just did my usual thrift shop exploration, and I found myself a treasure. Wilf Carter, bridle hanging on the wall. This is gonna rock. We have time for just a quick peek here in New Glasgow. First show of the day, High Crest Place here in New Glasgow. I haven't been in this building before, so it's good to be in another new venue. Mister, you were mentioning Hank Snow earlier. Let me sing you a Hank Snow song. I had some in mind for today. Here's a song from Hank back in 1952, I believe the year was. And it goes like this. I don't hurt anymore. All my teardrops are dry. Oh, I don't hurt anymore. Hank Snow for you, mister. By request. We continue our workday here with my second show at Parkland Antigonish, another place I haven't been to before. A lot of work going on around here, a lot of lawn clipping. Let's have a little look over the hill. Deep Catholic roots here in Antigonish. Parkland Antigonish is another Shannock's facility and always exceptional, beautiful place. Here is my stage, my backdrop behind me. Here at Parkland Antigonish, I want to sing a gospel song. I want to sing several gospel songs. But let's start with this one. The wings of the dove, the wings of the dove, the wings of the dove.
Stop a while and listen to my story. I've just come down from the hill. I went there to find my childhood sweetheart, mid the roses and the whippoorwill. I went there to look for the old pine tree that haunted my memory so. It was there, she said, she'd be waiting for me when we carved our hearts long ago. But the old pine tree was gone. Still my love for her lingered on. Oh, they cut down the old pine tree and they hauled it away to the mill to make a coffin of pine for that sweetheart of mine. When they cut down the old pine tree, but she's not alone in her grave tonight, for it's there my heart will always be. For they cut down my heart when they cut down the tree, when they cut down the old pine tree.
I welcome you to the midpoint of our concert tour. I just entered Cape Breton via the Canso Strait, which was completed in August 1955, permanently connecting the island of Cape Breton to the mainland of Nova Scotia. And we will be exploring Cape Breton for the next 4 days, 2 days just frolicking up and down each side of the beautiful Cape Breton, and then a couple of days in the Sydney area for some gigs. So let's hit the road. Pausing for a little snack though before I get into the thick of my journeys. I have some Moroccan spice cheese from the United Kingdom, and another cosmic crisp apple. It's out of this world. Well, one of our first stops is here at Port Hood. It is said to be the beach capital of Cape Breton. Fine sand. As is typical of my days, I have 9 hours to make a 3-hour drive, just the way I like it. Now we pause in Inverness for some supplies and some ice and a little look about. Time for lunch. For dessert, I'm going to have a cup of seafood chowder. And then I might have dessert.
Okay.
Yes. That was a pricey but delicious lunch. I deserved it, didn't I? As always, there's no way of conveying the scale in a video, but look at this cape behind me. I don't know if bear spray is legal in Nova Scotia, but I've had this since my time in the mountains out west, just in case of that unexpected encounter. And I always have a few projectiles, a little face full of rocks if there's an encounter, you know, just to piss them off. A few years ago there was a young folk musician named Taylor Mitchell here in Cape Breton on her first Canadian tour, loving life, hiking one of these trails, when she became just the most unfortunate victim of the only known fatal coyote attack in Canada. She was mauled by a pack of coyotes, flown to hospital, but she died of massive blood loss and shock. And the coyotes were put down. They were confirmed to have been the culprits. Her blood was on their muzzles. And just so happens that Taylor is buried in Owen Sound, not far from where I live. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking of you, Taylor, if you're out there. Target practice. welcome you to my campsite for tonight, up near Dingwall on North Mountain of Cape Breton, overlooking the ocean. There you go, now you can see it. I hope you're enjoying the documentary so far. It's been a great ride for me too. Great to be on the road again. I hope you'll consider supporting my work by going to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Jimmy's Old Time Radio Show. You can support this work, help keep me on the road, delivering live and virtual music to seniors across Canada and really all around the world. Or if you want, you can just leave a tip. Both of the links are in the description below. Let's get back to the program now. I'm at the end of the road, literally the end of the road. You can't get any further than this, except for the trail that I just took up to this spot here, as told me by the local down at the campsite. This is a spot called Little Grassy, and this is just about it. You can't get much further on the North Cape of Cape Breton. And this is also my eastern terminus and my northern terminus of my tour. From here, I'll be headed south toward Yarmouth, all the way down the south shore of Nova Scotia, before finally swinging back up and around and pointing my compass westward and home. We're midway through the tour. Lots of sights to see yet. I hope you're having fun. My reward for making it this far, the obligatory Meat Cove t-shirt. I've walked so much in the last few days, I'm stiff and sore. Time to take a break. It's been an amazing couple days exploring Cape Breton with you. Tomorrow we resume work in Sydney, beginning of a long stretch. Just about time for me to shut her down here for this video. Thanks for tuning in. A final brisk hike in Cape Breton National Park. This trail is called Middle Head, and none other than Alexander Graham Bell himself used to walk these trails. This morning I've had one of those where were you when moments while enjoying my breakfast at the Dancing Moose Cafe here in Cape Breton. I learned that Queen Elizabeth II passed away. At 96, it was not really a surprise, yet somehow these types of things, even though you know they're coming, it's still a shock. And news of her death will be reverberating around the world. Thoughts for Queen Elizabeth this morning as I embark on the Englishtown Ferry, the Queen of England.
This is CBC Radio 1, 11:40 a.m. in North Sydney.
God help me to make good my vow, and God bless all of you who are willing to share in it.
I begin a stretch of 14 shows in 8 days here at Cove Guest Home in Sydney, where the flags are at half-mast for the Queen. Leo and I were talking there earlier about Nova Scotia music. I'll try to speak up. Good thing I have this thing here. We were talking about Hank Snow, you and I promised you I'd sing you some Hank Snow. I don't hurt anymore. I don't hurt anymore. Oh, now we got some yodeling going on over there. An enjoyable first show in Sydney. First of 3 here in town. Another one tonight at a new venue, and then tomorrow at Parkland, Cape Breton. Don't have a lot of time for exploring today, just a bit of time between shows. Down at the Port of Sydney, just having a quick look around. Maybe I can find myself a pretty little fiddle player around here. Trouble is, all the fiddles are giant. We are here at the Ride Out Home in Sydney, Nova Scotia, my second show of the day. Gonna have a little party here.
I want to hear you sing it now. Your turn.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. It's a beautiful day. Well, thank you very much, folks. You've made me feel very welcome here.